Welcome to I Heart Geek. And welcome to another supplemental-ish episode of I Heart Geek. We're talking about Hawkeye. So just so everyone is aware of what's going on this, it is the holiday season, so I don't want to destroy my cast and give them even more stuff to do than I already have them do, which is a lot. So we are doing this episode for the first 3 episodes, and then this is, I believe, a 6-episode series. So we will be doing the next episode after the next 3 episodes. So we're getting kind of in chunks. Makes sense?
But we will share our thoughts.
We have thoughts. There's definitely some thoughts and some theories. I'm Dub. I'm here with Christina, and we're here with Skeeter. How y'all doing today? What did you think of this episode? First off, let's start with Skeeter. Well, the first 3 episodes. So, Skeeter, your thoughts first.
I'm kind of in the state of what in the world is going on. Like, I'm enjoying it. But just like with every single Marvel Cinematic Television Universe drop on Disney Plus, I'm enjoying trying to figure out who the big bad is.
We got theories.
We've got theories, but oh my goodness. I think the action is really good. We're having a lot of fun, especially this last week. It's just a fun show. I think it's not at some levels where the other ones are, but I think we're going to get there soon.
I think it's possible, but we'll get back to that in just a second. Christina, what have you thought so far?
Okay, so it's no big surprise. I love Hawkeye. He is our human superhero. He's not altered. He's amazing in my opinion. Don't take that away from me, Dub. So I love it. I am loving the show. I'm surprised at how fast the episodes are going for me because I'm like, wait, I need more. Where's more? Action is brilliant. Music is fantastic. I'm trying to find Rogers, the musical, so I can download it and listen to it and annoy my husband.
I'm sure it's on Spotify. I haven't looked, but I'll check that in a few minutes.
Right.
So okay, my initial thoughts. I love that it's a Christmas episode. Yay. And honestly, this is something that we miss too much. And the fact that, we're getting a Christmas episode as a whole series, I love that. I think it's definitely a little kickback to what we used to be as a society when, all the sitcoms would have their Christmas episodes. That's kind of what I feel like we're getting in the MCU on this.
Yeah.
Now, to no one's surprise, I've never been a huge Hawkeye fan because I'm a DC guy. Let's be honest, So I like I'm a Green Arrow fan because he came first. I'm just saying, Hawkeye's yeah. Anyway, but with that being said, this is the first time since the MCU started that I've really cared about Hawkeye whatsoever. I like the character Hawkeye. I want to see him eventually become the Old Man Logan Hawkeye, where he's blind, because that's awesome. And I don't know if it looks like they're going deaf instead of blind, so I don't know what we're doing on that. But I'm not mad at it because it's definitely a good plot point on that one.
Well, and it's, as I say, the going deaf actually ties in with the comics. So
depends on which universe you're in. Because I don't read a lot of Hawkeye because he's just never been high on my priority list. Now, I am watching these differently than I usually watch them because at first I didn't know if we were going to do a show on them. So I said, you know what? I'm going to sit and enjoy these and not look for all the Easter eggs and all that. Yes, you find the Easter eggs, but I'm trying to watch this more as a fan than as a critical podcaster type guy. And it's making it a lot more fun, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot I've missed, but I can also feel like I can go back and catch some other stuff in this.
Well, and in this show in particular, it actually makes it fun to just be a fan. Mm-hmm. It makes it fun to just sit back and enjoy the moments.
Yeah.
Now I love the goofiness of it. Like it's goofy. It's funny. Like really tracksuit gang or tracksuit
Tracksuit Mafia, yes.
mafia. I love that. Like, it's just fun.
Yeah, you can't take it too seriously.
No.
Like, yes, I think there's definitely high stakes that are going to happen at the end, but it doesn't feel like it, and it's refreshing. Even the What If series that, it's like, well, none of this matters. It still felt like stressful because it felt like it's high stakes. We're fighting the tracksuit mafia with a putty arrow. I'm in. It's fun. It goes back to what comics should be to me. Now, let's start with the elephant in the room, the Kate Bishop character. Now, everyone knows that I have a huge issue with the MCU, especially when they take a character that no one really knows about, and then they use that character to replace the character that I've fallen in love with. Kate Bishop is not one of those characters. She has been around for a number of years. She's proved herself as far as a sellable commodity and as far as a great character. With that being said, I like the character. I have not fallen in love with the character at all. It's the MCU version, and I think she makes a better Hawkeye than Hawkeye, and in the comics anyway. So, what's your guys' thoughts on the Kate Bishop thing? Let's start with Christine on this one.
It feels a little bit like this is deliberate. Like they really because they have 6 episodes, and I think they're downplaying at first. So, and I feel like, especially episode 4, I have so many thoughts, but I feel like we're going to really start to see her character stretch and grow. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like they're deliberately downplaying at this point. I mean, I love Kate Bishop, so I'm excited to see where they take it.
Yeah. It's a very interesting line they have between good girl and rebel. Because like when she does that stunt in the middle, in the beginning of it, it's very much, well, she's not supposed to be doing this, so that's a rebel, but she's definitely a good girl because she feels very guilty about it. So it's, and that I hope they keep her like that as a character, because that's more interesting to me than the straight up, screw you, man, girl the system. Yeah. But it's that in between that she's definitely going to cross lines she shouldn't cross, but she's got to feel really bad about it when she does. And that's, I think, really a cool thing with that. Skeeter, what's your thoughts on her?
I'm digging the buddy cop feel of this whole thing. So excellent choice. Yeah, right. I'm definitely the actress choice. Very well played for that feel, like you talk about the guilt, but the rebellious, girl kind of a feel that we get. I like the interaction, as well as just like this kind of angst that she has, especially with the stepdad or with the soon to be stepdad, or the swordsman or whatever you want to call him.
From 1963, the swordsman.
Yes. So
every bit and he played it as cheesy as the comic book is. I loved it.
I mean, the only this question I still have in my mind, because I've watched it 4 times. When she goes at him when they do the little fencing scene, and she goes at his head and he blocks or he parries, and the sword hits the ground. Did anybody else notice the perfect spin on her fencing? That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. But she plays it well. I think the interaction between the two, between her and Clint, like the title of the second episode, don't follow your superhero or whatever it was. Like, I think that's so cool.
Yeah. I think while we're talking about just amazing scenes, I've got to hit this scene because this is the best videoed fight scene we have seen in the MCU, bar none. This is better than anything we've seen on the big screen. This is better than anything in Avengers. This was fantastic. Was the fight scene that's a first-person shot in the car when they were fighting.
Was great.
That scene, that was art right there. That was, I don't know how you can watch that and not be a little bit moved, because it was just, and it's not that the stakes were high. Again, that they're going to get out of it, but it's just the way it was recorded, it felt like that horrible movie, Hardcore Harry. What they wanted to do, but this is what happens when they succeed with it.
Yeah, it was
very
wonderful.
first part. You were the person that was there watching everything happen.
Yep.
It was just
it was super cool. It was VR without VR.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, I might have to take my kid's Oculus and watch this on it. Just I want to see what happens.
Now I'm jealous. I need to
go. You might go back in time. Be careful.
That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Okay, so now, Skeeter, you were asking who the big bad is. Now, this is not spoilers because we don't know. But I can tell you, I know who it is. I don't know, but I think that a lot of the fan base is very sure, especially when you saw the big white hand with the big suit.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is also the same person that I believe bought Stark Tower.
Oh yes!
Oh,
yes. Why didn't I think of that?
It's D'Onofrio as Kingpin.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
You said it wasn't.
Well, if you look at the comics, Kingpin is actually the one who killed Crazy Horse. It wasn't Ronan. So, and he made a promise. Crazy Horse made Kingpin promise to raise Echo, as his own daughter. So it makes so much sense that that's exactly who it is. And that you blew me with the Stark Tower. That is yes.
Yeah. Who else could afford Stark Tower and had the power and the ability to use it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kingpin.
Okay. You said something yesterday though that
we're gonna get to that in a second. We're gonna hit that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That made me.
Let's hit. Okay. So is everyone in agreement that he is most likely the big bad in this?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Okay. So let's move on to the other big theory that everybody's talking about. Well, at least in my circle of people, and that they talked a lot about the dragon. Now, who could the dragon be? Now, I think there's 3 options that I have found that the dragon is. And I want to give this one out first because Carl, everyone knows Carl the Black Geek. I miss you, Carl. I wish we need to get you back on more, bud. He's at Comic-Con today, so I'd be doing the same thing rather than being on the show. But his theory on who the dragon is the dragon that gives the power to Iron Fist, which would fit very well into this world.
It really would.
I don't know that I buy it, but I like that as a theory. It's a really interesting thought.
It ties into the story at the beginning. When we first meet Echo, he's telling her, she asked about what does the dragon sound like? And it very ties in that. I mean, and it's a very good theory, I think.
And all 3 of these theories do fit into that story. So now the second one we'll talk about, this is the one that's I think is probably the most popular because Shang Chi came out, and I think I could definitely see that it's the Protector from Shang Chi. The 2 dragons fought at the end. I think it's possible, but I don't see him being a marketable character for this universe. And I get it. I think it'd be interesting, but we get him for 1 episode if that happens. That's it.
Yeah.
We will not see him anymore in the MCU. Now, why I want to shoot that one in the head. Well, I shouldn't say that. Why I want to why I discredit that one is because so Crazy Horse and all these guys, they're gangsters. They're bad guys. Why would the Protector help the bad guys? Okay, go ahead, Christina, if you have an idea on that one.
Because, if you look at Crazy Horse, he didn't start out to be bad. He's bad because he was trying to take care of his child and make him survive. And Echo is getting her own series in the Disney Plus universe. And
which is why I think it's this other one.
And I think this would really work either way, but I feel like I'm seeing a little more subtle references to Shang Chi. So And
which is
and,
fair,
and
'cause
maybe
that's the
he's
last thing that came out,
protecting,
too.
and maybe he was protecting Echo. Maybe that's what the Protector was protecting.
Possibly.
So,
Now, the third, which is my favorite, which I haven't heard anybody else on the internet say, but I think this is who it is. The most notable dragon in the MCU with a humanoid body-ish. So he would definitely fit in a lot more, and you could use him anywhere. One Fing Fang Foom. Because you talk about a powerful dragon that is more powerful than his body could ever be. And he would do some gangsta stuff.
he would throw down.
How? Because I feel like that's the character that could probably be the most interesting going forward in the MCU. Because you have the Protector, which is great, but it's this big, huge thing that you can bring out as a nuclear weapon every now and again.
He's like
We're
the
tying
Godzilla of Marvel.
We're tying it all together too. So we walk out of Shang Chi into where we're at now. What's next? So maybe we're working on bringing the Avengers back together in a different crew. I don't know.
Well, which would work as the new Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially if they can bring back, because I mean the Defenders all became part of the new Avengers,
Right.
and I've heard that most of them are have gotten contracts with new Marvel.
No, Danny Rand.
No,
Danny Rand.
he's not going to happen. Well, honestly, that was not his fault. That was having 12 episodes and 10 different directors. Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
But with that being said, Charlie Cox, he may not be in the previews for No Way Home, but he's definitely in that movie, probably as Matt Murdock which is honestly, one of my favorite storylines has Matt Murdock being being Peter's lawyer. And when they fake everybody out by having a fake Spider-Man come in the trial, yay! Which if they can do that with the multiverse, so.
Well, and not only that, but I think we're going to see him a lot more in the Echo series too.
Yeah,
So,
he would make sense.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
And you can have Elektra, you can have everybody as the new Avengers, which if that's our next phase, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, definitely cool with it.
Because we're going with a lot more obscure characters, weirder characters. We got Blade coming, we got Black Knight coming. If you watched Eternals, we got probably two of the Eternals that we'll see in main world, maybe, hopefully. So it's a good place to be. So is there any other theories that you guys had on this, or before we talk about where we're going, where we think we're going to go next?
I just love the multi-antagonist piece that they got going on. They've got Echo, they've got the Swordsman, I mean.
Yeah, I like that it's not a big bad.
No, it's not. I love that they're going multiple directions. It is.
And what's going on with her mom? Like, because before all that went down, they were broke. And all of a sudden she's rich because she says, young people and rich people are stupid and you're both. So something mom did, I feel like mom did something nefarious or shady to get back on it. And then I have one theory. What if Clint wasn't the Ronin that killed Crazy Horse? Because Ronin is not just a single character, it is a persona.
It could be, which would make sense with the Kingpin.
And in the comics, Jack, depending on the comics you read, trained Clint. So what if he was the Ronin before because he wanted the suit back? He wanted the sword?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, that holds water, because especially when they go back to the auction.
I was going to say, right at the end of episode 3, he does not look surprised at who's got that sword at him. Clint, it almost feels like he knows this person. And I'm still waiting for Yelena to show up. So
yeah, we got a lot of stuff that's gonna happen. So as far as the next, well, you know what? Before we talk about the next story, let's talk about our grades on this, because I like to do that. What is your grades on the first 3 episodes of Hawkeye. I know what Christina's gonna give. Let's start with Skeeter on that one.
Oh,
So first three,
I'm not wrong.
first three, cinematography wise, I'm in the A range all day. Kind of goofiness, I'm gonna stick with the B plus for the first three. That way, it's got room to grow.
Yeah.
But it is growing on me. I definitely think, Christina, you hit the nail on the head with the familiar ness of Clint and the swordsman and Jack. I think that there is something there. It's just I'm kind of, now I'm on another road trying to figure out where this money came from, where this all started, how it happened. So yeah, great. B plus.
Outstanding. Christina.
I'm actually going to shock you and give it a solid A minus.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like there is so much room for development, for growth. Like I said, I'm waiting for Yelena to show up. I feel like I'm trying to figure out how they're going to pack everything I want to see into the next 3 episodes. I feel like the first 3 were family friendly, kind of Christmassy holiday with a little bit of action and stuff. But I think they're going to have to hit nonstop for the next 3 episodes. And that's what I want. So
yeah. Very good. I give it a B, but with that being said, that's not a bad B. I love this show because it is fun. Is it 100 times better than What If? Yes. Is it as good as WandaVision? No. It's not even in the same ballpark. And I gave them like A minuses. I can't, in good conscience, rate this up with that. Was it as good as Loki? It might be in the ballpark, but it's not as good.
See, now that's funny because I actually have not even finished Loki. I've watched all my IHG episodes and I loved those, but I cannot get into Loki. And I like Loki, so it's funny. I don't know why, but
it's involved. It's very involved.
Yeah, but it's not even. Yeah,
I was right there with Loki. I watched every episode, loved it. Couldn't watch What If. Like What If, I struggled with the whole thing.
Yeah.
But this has got my attention. Like,
yeah, it's good.
I'm
it's
confused,
very
good.
but I can't rate it up there. I mean, other than that one scene, which I think is the best fight scene we've seen in the MCU.
Which should give it a B plus.
But I can't rate it up there with WandaVision. And I want to be fair on this. You know, I mean, you set a standard. You have to meet that standard, or else it's not going to be as good. Unfortunately,
WandaVision was fully a mind. Yeah,
it was immersive.
It was. Oh my goodness.
And no, they didn't answer all the questions, but that's had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, WandaVision was an A plus high def.
So what do you
XL?
What do you want to see in these next 3 episodes before we record again? Give me a couple of things. Let's start with Christine on this one.
Oh, big surprise. Yelena. I want nonstop action. I want this story to unfold. I feel like we're going to reach a point where Kate feels betrayed because I do think right now, my opinion is Jack and Clint know each other and she's going to feel betrayed by that. And so she's going to have to step out and make some decisions on her own. And we're going to have to see that character stretch and grow for her to become who she is in the comics. And so I want to see that really strong character development. I want to see more animosity. I want to see more storyline. And I want to see more car scenes. That was genius.
Peter, what do you want to, what's something you want to see in these next 3 episodes?
Well, being that something is getting ready to drop like huge in the next on the 17th, I want to see a tie-in. I want to see this tie-in to what's getting ready to happen in the MCU with Spider-Man, with this kind of multiverse situation getting ready to happen. Yeah. But I want to see some kind of tie-in. I want to see how this may affect. Because, I mean, we're going to see all of these villains that, you know, we've been waiting on. So, no better way to drop the Kingpin than bringing it all together.
That's good.
So, I think Griffin and I are watching. We're watching them all. We watched Spider-Verse last night, and we're just going to kind of continue until the drop
Nice.
of the movie. So I just feel like that's what I want to see. I want to see some kind of tie-in. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But
that's fair.
Yeah, I'm just excited about what's to come.
Okay. My biggest thing is I want to see who the dragon is. I'm hoping it's Fing Fang Foom, but that's me. And for some people it doesn't make sense, but for me it does. I want to see, I mean, I don't know that we can see, but I want to see the groundwork, especially with the Spider-Man movie coming out. If you read Old Man Logan, you know what I'm talking about. But the daughter of Kate Bishop, the spider, non-friendly word, which I can't say on, which is Kate Bishop and I think it's Peter's daughter. Yeah, which is really an interesting take. Yeah, and I want to see D'Onofrio's face.
Yes.
And I don't want to see him doing much. I just want to see his face sitting at Stark Tower.
Yeah.
Behind the desk.
Yes.
Behind the desk.
And Wendell's going to be like, I told you so. I told you so.
Or I'll be like, it was just speculation. What do I know? Either way, I'll be. Okay, that was an episode. Check us out in a couple weeks. We do have some Harry Potter episodes coming out in the next few weeks for our regular episodes. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Definitely check out Hawkeye if you haven't yet. We'll be with you on when this series wraps for the last 3 because it's the holidays. So happy holidays all. And until next time, I'm Dub. I'm here with Christina and Skeeter. Keep on geeking on, guys.
You have been listening to the latest episode of the iHeart Geek Show. Make sure you visit our website at www.iheartgeekshow.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you check us out on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And keep on geeking on to all of you geek rock stars.